Okay, I hereby open this regular meeting of the governing body of the City of Devine, the 16th day of December. My time is 7:01. Please rise for invocation and pledges.
Our Father in heaven, thank you, Lord, for bringing us together this evening. We ask that you sit with us, Lord, guide our decisions, give us wisdom, and heal our hearts to act with love for our community. Thank you for your love and your grace. In Jesus Christ's mighty name, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas pledge. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. I like that first one. Honor the Texas pledge.
I'll tell you what, man.
I put it right over there.
Put it on the wall.
Cheat sheet. Yeah.
It's
That's the first, that's 2 in a row I messed up on that. Okay, we don't have, I don't suppose we have anyone to sign up for Visitor Citizens Forum for our regular meeting? Okay. Do we have any public recognition from anybody in the council? David, do you have anything for public
no,
recognition?
sir, not at this time.
Okay, moving on, item number 5, employee recognition.
I want to thank the Devine PD. She's seen a significant increase in presence. Even saw one of the officers helping somebody about 6 o'clock this morning. Maybe their car was broke down on Colonial. So appreciate the work.
Great. Also, we also had a car breakdown at the Four Corners yesterday, and I assume we helped them get it started, or we just kind of tend to it. Anyway, it was right in the middle. It was right in the turning lane.
It's in the record somewhere.
Right in the turn. But anyway, I too have seen an increased presence. I think it's really good. So, all right. Agenda item number 6, approve the meeting minutes from July 15th. Yeah, we kept getting behind because of all the new hires, the turnover, everything and so forth. It takes a little time to get this going.
I didn't see anything, it just, where I was working at, I couldn't watch the meeting live, the recording.
Anybody have anything on the minutes? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from July 15th.
All right, we have a motion from Michael to approve the minutes from July 15th. We have a second from Jeff. All in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Ray is absent. How come that sounds different tonight? It's on the wrong side. Okay, everybody? All right, at this time, we go to agenda item number 7, and we will open the public hearing on the proposed budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. The starting time of the public hearing is 7:05. 7:05. Okay, we have no one here with regards to the public hearing. Since we're on this topic, David, do you want to add anything on the proposed budget that we haven't perhaps discussed previously?
Do you want to give Miss Randall a call? I know this was really important to her.
Yeah. I'm sure she's watching. But anyway.
Wait for you, Debbie. Get on down here.
David, do you have anything to say?
The proposed budget you have before you is what's been presented before. There have been no changes since our last presentation. And we are doing a public hearing for the proposed budget as per statutory requirements to allow time for the community to come in and have input either in support or opposition. But the budget as presented has not changed since the last couple that y'all have approved and been presented by Interim Director Christine Green and then Sophia Benavides also from the Finance Department.
Okay, all right. So we can't take any action on this. It's just public hearing, so no one's here. So I hereby close the public hearing. Time is 7:06. 7:06. Sounds better. Okay, agenda item number 8. Consider and act upon approving the budget for fiscal year 2025-26. We are not able to approve the budget at this time. So in lieu of that, okay, we will be doing that on Monday, what is the 29th, David? September 29th.
At 6 p.m.
For the sake of transparency, which we always try to do on this panel, as everyone knows, we have prepared a statement that went to the newspaper today. It was posted on our Facebook page, and tomorrow morning it will more likely be posted on the Citizens of Devine page, because a lot of people seem to read that. And also, I will read the correspondence for the record, so it'll be in our minutes and such. And title, City of Devine Residents. In the September 3rd edition of the Devine News, the City of Devine provided incorrect information regarding the tax rate for fiscal year 2025-2026. The city stated that the proposed tax rate of 0.0590 is not, capital letters, greater than the no new revenue rate, but in fact, it is greater than the no new revenue rate, which was 0.05675. On a previous meeting, it was announced by Mayor Cook that revenue from property taxes would bring in an additional $39,348. To kind of add to that a little bit, I pointed out in the meeting that even though our tax rate remained the same, it was going to bring in additional revenue. I do not want anybody to think that everything was exactly the same as the year before. So, to continue, the information that I was given was incorrect. The new tax rate will raise more revenue from property taxes in last year's budget by an amount of $61,850. $61,685. This is a 4.09% increase. The property tax revenue to be raised from the new property tax rule this year is $11,624. That is included in the $61,685. To ensure the public has ample opportunity to participate in the budget process, we will be republishing the budget and tax notice in the Devine News on September 17th, and the new dates for the public hearing and passage on the budget and public hearing and passage of the tax rates will now be Monday, September 29th, at 6 p.m. at George S. Woods Community Center in Devine. Everyone is welcome to come and participate. The city apologizes for the error. However, we are grateful the correct checks and balances are in place to catch such errors and ensure our budget is approved timely and is passed according to statutory requirements. Thank you, Mr. David O. Jordan, our city administrator. That will conclude agenda item number 8, since we cannot act on it. Do we need a motion to table, fellas? Anybody know?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we have a motion to table from Josh. We have a second from Michael. Discussion? All right. All in favor? Motion to table passes. Ray is absent. Okay. Agenda item number 9. Consider and act upon awarding the mowing contract for the Devine Airport to Joey Munoz. David, you have the floor.
Mayor and Council, once again, this is the mowing contract for the Devine Municipal Airport. The advertisement was ran in the paper, and it was ran on other platforms, social media platforms, to allow people ample opportunity to apply for this contract. We did send out emails to everyone that applied last year, also to allow them the opportunity to compete. Mr. Munoz responded to the ad with the bid of $22,000, and he was the only one that responded. He currently has a contract, been doing a good job at the municipal airport. If you read the contract, it says the that the advance will be put in there, $8,700, but that has been Xed out. As per the agreement last year, there will be no advance on the contract. Mr. Munoz will just be given a monthly payment of the $1,400 a month to maintain the airport. So if the council so pleases, it was requested by Alderman Ritchie that the full contract come back for review for the council, and here it is.
Oh, my question is that in this proposal that I'm looking at, he suggests a renewal of $20,000 for 12 months. And this contract says $17,000 a year. So is that being changed?
It will, okay, we need to denote that. So
I'm just,
if we have a motion to approve, it needs to be denoted at that amount.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. And there is no advance on the contract, correct?
Yes, sir. Correct. No advance on the contract. The bid for the contract is $20,000 for 12 months of service.
Okay.
There's a no contract right here.
The one from last year. Yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the contract for Joe Munoz to continue with the airport mowing in the amount of $20,000 for the 12 months of service divided into 12 equal installments, and that there will be no advance payment as denoted in the last contract.
Okay, we have a motion from Jeff to award the contract to Joe Munoz in the amount of $20,000 per year, divided into equal monthly payments, and the clause that mentions money in advance is not valid and will be deleted from the contract.
I'll second.
We have a second from Michael. Discussion? Anybody? Okay. All right, all in favor of the motion? Motion passes 4-0. Absent Ray. Okay, agenda item number 10, executive session. Pursuant to section 551.074 of the Texas Government Code, personnel matter, the employment agreement with the city administrator. David, you wish to have this in open session or executive session?
Actually, I'd like to have this item tabled. Our city attorney is not here. He's out with sickness and has not updated the contract yet. So if we could just table this till the next meeting, it would be great.
I make a motion that we table agenda number 10, the executive session, the agreement for the city administrator.
Okay, we have a motion from Michael to table agenda item number 10, which was to be the executive session regarding the employment agreement with our city administrator.
And I'll second the motion.
I have a motion from Jeff. Discussion? All in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Ray is absent. So that makes agenda item number 11 moot, since we did not go into executive session. Surely we don't need a motion to table that one, do we? Shouldn't?
No.
Okay, all right. Agenda item number 12, informational items. Got anything?
I just submitted the city manager report, city administrator report for y'all to review, peruse over. A lot of it this month, the last couple months has been personnel matters, as y'all are aware. We have our team on board now. We've been doing a lot of orientation and a lot of training, and a lot of team building and getting to know one another, and doing some evaluations of each department so we can come up with a strategic plan to move forward with the training, education, everything for the future months coming up. We also realize we got the holidays coming up and so forth, but we're going to keep pressing through those. We're almost finished with the website. Each department head does have them, has been reviewing them and sending the updates to the web developer. So that new design should be rolling out real soon. And I'm thankful we have a new team on board, and everybody's doing a good job. Excited to be here. So we're expecting and looking for great things for the next year and new year coming up.
Are you thinking
Yes, that's this week coming up.
Okay.
So they went to, part of the team went to shirts through a Texas Municipal League training called Hog Wild. It's the name of it, but it's a Texas Municipal League training that helps people that's never been in municipal government understand how city government operates. It talks about Open Meetings Act, Freedom of Information Act, legislative updates, and so forth and so on, planning and zoning, and different areas of the departments of the city that are great information to have, great training to have. And also, since we're a new team, it's allowed them time to get together and do some team bonding and so forth outside the office. And it was free because it was Texas Municipal League, so minimal charge to the city.
Was there any feedback from Go Medina?
You know, I haven't made contact with them yet. I'll do that this week.
I was going to ask the same. Yeah. I do know that our broker is hooked up with him now on the 75 acres and is preparing to send everything with regards to the Pavement Dawson brochure and all the pertinent information to them, just to enhance the process, hopefully. Have we heard anything back from Ms. Fermin?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. It's still early. It's still real early, so, okay. All right. A quick question. How we doing on the storage tank?
You know, give an update on storage tank, Pete, please.
The ground storage tank has been painted. It's been painted. We're just waiting on the pump room now. Everything's been done, primered, painted. So
Said you're waiting on what?
on the pump room, second phase of that.
I was gonna ask, like, looking at it, and I realize it's a long ways up, but looking at it from like the football stadium, it looks like the top of it isn't painted the same. Is it painted the same as the sides?
It's the same color. I guess where the sun hits it, it looks like a silver color.
Yeah, it just looks like it's
bright. Yeah.
tarnished or something. I mean, it doesn't look like it doesn't have enough paint on it, but I mean, it could just be the way the
That's
light's
gonna
hitting.
That's exactly what it is. It's a light. For example, if you're going to paint a wall in your house,
Yeah,
okay, you don't look at it this way. You put it up on the wall.
right.
You know, when you're picking out colors.
No, I mean, I know that. It's just,
Yeah.
I was just wanted to ask just for clarification, just mainly because I was curious.
There's a
Like if
couple
they did
areas
something different to it.
on the bottom. There's a couple areas that they had a weld plates on it because it had pivots in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it came out pretty good. The floor
Yeah.
was good. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it looks really good.
So we're almost there to start putting water in it. According,
After the
this
pump
here
room.
says 90 days approximately.
After the bumper, yes, sir.
Well, I hope they
By
can
the
get it
time-
done quicker.
Yeah. I know they poured the concrete Monday morning, they poured the concrete for the pump room.
So, was the pump room added on, or was that part of the original deal from the very get-go?
It was part of the original.
Okay. Okay, and also on the update here, meeting with battery electronic storage developer. Is there anything new on that, David? You got anything else to offer?
The battery electronic storage developer has came back to the conversation and said they are interested in continuing on with the project. So I explained to them that we need to sit down and have another meeting. We sent out, the council and the planning and zoning and the city sent out multiple questions for them the last time. They did answer some of them in writing, but there's a lot more conversations that need to be had. And then the number one topic is the community education, as well as the planning and zoning. The zoning for that particular location would have to be changed. So there's a whole lot of conversations that need to be had before consideration of them being approved to come in. So I explained all that to them. I'm waiting for their response, and that's where we are with that.
Yeah, I expressed earlier to you, David, but I'll say for anybody else that wasn't here, I'm not objecting to the actual project itself. I'm objecting to the location because I still see that area up there as possibly the center of a larger commercial development one day. And I don't like the proximity. If I was a business owner, that would trouble me. And we're trying to inspire economic development, but realizing that maybe it is a rare case of a fire, but if something like that were to happen, I foresee that within a certain radius, those businesses would have to close down. And that would be very bad. And we also have residences located behind it and so forth. I'm not opposed to the idea, I just wish they would put it farther out, away from the population and away from our commercial district. That's just for me saying that on the record.
Yeah, I think that's well said, and I think on something of this nature, we really need to get the point out there, point across to, number one, we're not necessarily planning on doing this, okay, but we are obligated to listen to what anybody has to say, okay, so it doesn't mean that we want to do it or we're going to do it. We need to hear it out, we need to hear everything that's presented, and right, and then we can make a judgment.
It's probably important to note that we're not doing anything. It's people willing to give us money in exchange for land who want to do things with it.
I'm sorry, what's that?
We're not physically or
right.
economically as a city doing anything. We can't control who wants to build what where outside of zoning, but
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of complaints that these districts need to be this or that, but we can't
Right.
force people to give us their money in exchange for land and then develop certain things in places.
Right.
The land's only worth what someone's willing to
Well,
pay
would
for
this
it.
involve, David, would this involve rezoning?
Yes.
Would it not, yeah.
Yes, so the first,
Involve rezoning.
yes, the first step would be to have the 18 acres of land rezoned before they would be allowed to come in. And the last conversation we asked them what type of product would you be putting on the ground, and it had all those questions about what Mr. Miller is referring to as far as safety. Is it self-contained? Where would the runoff go, et cetera, et cetera. Multiple questions on safeties
Right.
of that location or that product. And if something was to happen, you know, how it would be monitored, how long would it take for a representative from that company to be on site, and all that, those type of things. So I was also informed that they notified the Medina County Commissioners Court on their intentions of coming to Devine, but once again, I'll circle back with them and explain to them there's a whole lot of conversations that need to be had at the local level before we could talk about moving forward, if that's what y'all decide to.
Right.
Yeah, as far as the city's concerned, we don't have control over buying and selling, but we do have control over how the land is used. So that goes to zoning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just almost see the rumor mill going off again that the city of Devine is doing tiny houses or
Right.
batteries or
Yeah.
we're not
Or
doing
anything
anything.
else.
Exactly. We're not doing anything except listening to a proposal.
And they're going to be asking for our approval to
Right.
do it. Yeah.
So I do remember, though, when it did come that time, if there is a fire, it's all supposed to be self-contained within the module of itself. Okay, so they say it cannot spread and so on and so on. I remember the previous fire chief came and reiterated that fact because he was there when we met with the developers. But anyway, it's still, you know, it's still scary to me. But once again, there's a lot to be discussed.
Yeah, there's actually a history out there of some of the accidents that have happened with these facilities. And I'm going to see if I can get my hands on some of that research, but there is research out there that's shown what the potential hazards can be. And so I just think we need everything to be upfront and transparent with everybody,
Without a doubt.
you know.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be validated. I mean, you want to know how these fires actually start to get struck by lightning, did it overheat? I mean, somebody tampered with it?
Yeah.
Sure. Right.
And I think it's about the chemicals that get in the air that come from that fire. That's the problem. And yeah, like you said, water sources getting contaminated and things like that.
Well, then the only real advantage for the city of Devine is that you get to charge your sales tax on property tax.
Right.
And that's it, because there aren't going to be any employees there.
Right.
Okay. And
There's no revenue
So there's
generated.
really, you know, aside from property tax, which of course would be significant on this. However, you know, we can't disregard safety. Obviously,
Yeah.
everybody got that.
To me, it's just all about economic development, and we need to be thinking down the road, not next year.
Okay. Dave, got anything else on there?
Just for informational, AEP will be doing some line work in the city of Devine, so they're going to be doing some site visits and surveys work behind QT, Triple C area, which will be on the city's property. They sent us a letter requesting permission to go on and do their site work and their surveys and environmental studies and so forth and so on, so they can do lay a line in the future. So they, just to let y'all know that AEP will be doing that.
Are they gonna be doing any more streetlights for us, or?
Yes, it's long, when we send them in, they do their survey, and then they send us a bill about what it's going to cost, and then we go from there. But yes, as long as we send them in, and they will continue to do those for us.
Okay, because I'm still waiting for the ones on 173.
Those are a little bit more difficult since it's text dot highway. We got to coordinate a little bit with those, but the ones in your in the neighborhoods that you requested, Gutierrez and back through there, those are being done. The ones at Curcio Park are being done, and so forth.
So they got to get permission from TxDOT?
We have to coordinate with them, so it's a little bit more.
Great.
Yeah.
How that goes.
Can I ask one more question about the code enforcement? I know you explained earlier how that we're still, waiting to see how this is going to pan out. But what I'm interested in is, because I'm sure we're making monthly payments to them for their services, and I'm just trying to make sure at this point, are they still actively doing code compliance?
Yes, sir, they're still
Making
out there
inspections.
actively doing it. As y'all know, or may have heard, that they're possibly going to be in transition. I think that meeting is tonight for the final decision on ESD going with some more different leadership at the local fire department. So if that is their vote, then we have to get with them, the new leadership, and see if they want to entertain code enforcement as well as fire service, or just make a.
I just kind of want to make sure that we're not going to make them a monthly payment, and then during that month, they actually don't do any.
Right, no, I understand.
You
Right now,
Definitely
they're
not going to do that.
yeah, right. I'm monitoring it. They currently are out on the street, tagging homes and notifying homeowners of violations currently.
Okay, and also we have here, met with the Nueces River Authority regarding the desalination plant. So, are there any new developments on that? I believe that the city of Corpus has decided not to be a part of that, and I think Corpus wants to be kind of on their own. So I think, is that going to throw a wrench into all this? Does anybody know, David?
I'm not for sure, honestly. I think it's too early to tell what their alternative
I think they
plans
said
are.
they were operating in parallel, but not with Corpus, because otherwise they'd have to work with the water authority there. So that's why they had to drill down out a couple miles.
Yeah.
That's what I recall. We're on track to get them to check in the contract around October 1st.
Yes, we can have it to them by that time, yes.
Good enough.
You know what? I almost feel cheated.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Jeff to adjourn. We have a second from Josh. All in favor?
I feel terrible about it.
Motion carries 4-0. Ray is absent.
Excellent.